Hello everyone, VG Sav here, and today is my 1 year anniversary with Veritas Gaming. That's correct, April 29th of 2013 I joined Veritas Gaming, only merely a year ago. And it's been one heck of a ride. I've gone from almost quitting Veritas Gaming to being an administrator for Veritas Gaming. So there's a whole lot of story here, so I'm going to get right into it. About a week prior to April 29th, 2013, I pretty much decided I was quitting my old clan, LEGN. And if you don't know what LEGN is, Google it, look it up. They're not hard to find. It was a good clan. There was a lot of good dudes there. I enjoyed playing with them a lot, but they kind of went inactive on me. They really didn't like Black Ops 2. I really did. Their schedules kind of got in their way. Mine didn't. So I kind of realized I was playing a lot of free-for-all. And I like free-for-all, but I really enjoy the team-based game modes of domination and capture the flag, and as you've heard me rant on about before. So I started looking for a new clan, and I happened upon this website, huppetgaming.com, and I saw a recruitment post for Veritas Gaming, and one of the main things that I saw there was they were recruiting mature members 16 plus. I'm like, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. When I came, LEGN was, you pretty much had to be, it was a very exclusive club for LEGN. You had to be of a certain profession, and to be in that certain profession, you had to be at least 21 years of age in most areas of the world. So I was playing with adults almost all the time. Maybe not mental adults, but I was playing with adults. And so I didn't want to go play with a bunch of immature little 12-year-old squeaker kids, telling me I suck and they would just want a quick scope and whatever. So I was kind of looking for something a little more, structured and mature, and Veritas Gaming just sounded like it was going to be right for me. So I registered, I was quickly validated, and I was put in the Night Stalker squad all within about a day. So my first practice, I show up, and I meet some members, and we play together, and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. For day one, I'm sold. Day two wasn't so good. Day two, I showed up, and we played, and I actually witnessed an entire squad leave the Call of Duty division that day. I'm not going to name names or even go into specifics about what happened. If you were there, you know what happened. If you weren't there, search the forums. Maybe you'll find some trace of it. But basically, an entire squad up and left from the Call of Duty division, and I didn't realize it at the time. I realized maybe about 2 months later, that was actually the death of the Call of Duty division. Not only did that squad leave, but everybody that was in my Night Stalker squad and was in the other squad, the Defiler squad, pretty much went almost completely inactive after that. The one member who I actually started playing with a whole lot was D-Man Harris 1, which, funny that I mentioned the 16 plus is one of my requirements to join him, because D-Man Harris 1 was actually a vouched for member who was 15 at the time. So I was playing with him, who was, but he was a very mature kid. Well, sometimes. And if he's listening, he's probably laughing right along with me. But I really enjoyed playing with him, even though he wasn't 16 plus. But it was pretty much just me and him for a good long while, maybe about a month. And I almost quit. I almost said, you know what, I really wanted to play with a team. I'm not playing with a team. I'm playing with D-Man Harris, I'm not playing with a team. So I was kind of a little put off, and I was pretty much on the edge of quitting when iCryo, whom I think most people now know as Charlie Clutch, took over as the executive officer of the Call of Duty division. And day one, he brought everybody who was left, which was basically just me and D-Man Harris, and then a couple of his old friends, together, and said, all right, this is the squad. Show up on these days, and those are our practice days. And if you show up, good. If you don't, no hard feelings. So I showed up, and I should continue to show up. And if I didn't show up, I made sure to let him know I couldn't show up that day, and it was rare. It was rare that I didn't show up for a practice, and still to this day, rare that I don't show up for practice. I have to be pretty much on vacation to not show up for a practice. There's a couple other reasons why I haven't shown up for practice, but if I have 3 practices a week, I'm usually there for 3 practices a week. And so that was one of the main reasons why I was so quickly recognized, I think, by Charlie. And he brought me in the recruitment office, and we worked our butts off in recruiting. And him and I, together with Night Cruiser, and some help from other recruitment officers like Swift Burns, we brought the division back from the dead. And yeah, I'm telling you, it was dead. It was dead. And like I said before, I'm not going to name names, but it was a screwed up division. And Charlie resuscitated it, and he brought me in, and I helped him, and we worked our butts off, and we brought it back. And he eventually made me the squad assistant of the Defiler squad, which, by the way, Defilers was just a dirty name. It really is a skeevy name. But the squad is still around. It is now known as the Nexus Squad. One of the first things I did when I became the squad leader, Charlie eventually made me the squad leader of the Defiler Squad, was I changed the name. And I changed it to the Nexus Squad, and it's kind of what we stuck with, and it was a good name, and we still, the squad's still around today. It's the PlayStation 3 North American squad, now run by Oathkeeper 1991, another core member, another good dude, and that was, if it wasn't for Charlie, but also with my help and with Night Cruiser's help, this division was dead. The Call of Duty division, Veritas Gaming, was on its way out the door, and when Charlie eventually became the division officer, when he was recognized for his hard work, he recognized me and Night Cruiser for our hard work. When the applications came out for executive officer and commanding officer of the Call of Duty division, me and Night Cruiser both applied, and he basically told us that he doesn't know who he would have chosen if me and him didn't apply, because me and Night Cruiser were the two that he wanted, by his side to continue this work and continue to build the Call of Duty division. And eventually we branched off into Xbox. I did leave PlayStation for Xbox back in November. I got my Xbox One, and Charlie came with me. I don't know. I didn't expect it at the time, but at the last minute he changed his mind and said he was coming to Xbox with me, and we did. And we built an Xbox squad. We built a very strong Xbox squad, which is now 2 squads. And we also now have a third, finally, EU division or EU squad for Xbox. So I'm still working at it. Even now Charlie has since become a community member and isn't around as much, I'm still working my butt off, and I'm still working hard for the Call of Duty division, still working hard for the recruitment office. Maybe not as much lately as I'm going to be in the very near future, because this time last year is when the Call of Duty division died, and I don't ever want anybody else, any new members coming into Call of Duty or coming into Veritas Gaming, whether it's Call of Duty, Battlefield, League of Legends, or whatever, and having the same experience that I had. I fortunately stuck it out, and I'm very happy I stuck it out. And like I said, it's been one hell of a year. Back in December or maybe January, I believe. I don't remember the exact date. I'm sure you can find on the forums. Dynamite Tiger and Charlie Clutch came to me and said they needed another admin, and they wanted me. And with all my hard work in recruitment office, becoming the head recruitment officer, and recruiting my butt off, doing whatever I could for this site, checking in people, starting new squads, doing the YouTube stuff, whatever. I was recognized for all of my hard work and my dedication to VG, and I'm still dedicated to VG. I still love VG. This is my second home. It's my home away from home. It's my second job almost at times, and I love it. And I owe so much to Charlie, but I do believe that I earned it as well. So Charlie recognized me for it, and here I am today. I came from almost quitting to an admin in less than a year, really. And I wouldn't have changed anything. However, I do wish Charlie was still here. Charlie was a good friend of mine. I'm talking about him like he's dead. He's not dead. He became a community member, and he's had some real life things that he had to take care of, and it's working out for him. But I do miss it as a brother. I love him, and I miss him, and I hope all is working out well for him, and I look forward to hopefully playing with him again in the future. But anyway, guys, like I said, it's been one hell of a year, and I love VG, and I love everybody in VG. So hopefully this time next year I'm putting out my 2-year video and telling you all the things that happened in the year between now and then, and all the great things that we did. But until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And as always, thanks for watching.